discussion, and I will request everyone to please all stand for our prayer. So before you go on, please pick up piece of paper under your chairs and arrange your chairs properly. So yun for your attendance, say present at the call your name. Student 1, present. Student 2, present. So I'm glad that everyone is present for today's discussion. So reminding everybody of our classroom rules. So kindly read all together. Thank you. So I hope that everyone will participate and follow these classroom rules. So but before we begin our new topic, let's have first a short of review. So what is the topic all about that we discussed last meeting? Yes, Laurie? Very good. It's all about the hazards and risks in the workplace. So what are the hazards and risks in the workplace? Yes, Palma? Very good. So I'm glad that everyone is still remembering our discussion last meeting. So but before that, I have here an activity prepared for you to have an idea what will be our topic for today. So this activity called Guess Me. So all you have to do is to guess the picture flashed on the laptop. So here is the first picture. Yes, it is. The picture shows the old resistor. So the next picture is. Yes, no side. Very good. The picture shows the brain capacitor. So, class, do you have an idea what will be our topic for today? If not, so let's meet first our learning objectives. So I hope that everyone will achieve these following objectives after our discussions. So everybody please all read. Thank you. So before anything else, I have here another activity for you to energize and to have an idea more about our topic for today. So this activity called Match Me Baby. So in this classroom, I will group you into two groups. This will be the group 1 and this will be the group 2. So all you have to do is to match the correct answer. So each group will be given a 5 minutes to do the activity. And also, you will be graded based on these projects after this. So here's for the group 1. For the group 2. So here's the rubrics that you will be graded based on your activity. So first is cooperation is 10%, time management 10%, accuracy 20%, delivery 10% with a total of 50%. So are you ready, class? So that's the spirit. So you can start working your activity. So, are you all done, class? Very good. So, everyone, listen, and the group 1 will present their work. Group 1, please proceed. So, let's give a 5 claps for group 1. Very good. So I am so glad that I am so happy that you already got the correct answer. And thank you for actively participating in this activity during this afternoon. So let's proceed now to our main topic. So our topic for today is all about replace defective parts or components. Anyone? So can read? Yes, Miss Padilla? Thank you. So, replacing defective parts or components is an essential skill in electronic device, in electronic servicing. This ensures that device will work, and by these equivalent rated components, that helps to prevent the damage or the overheating or the malfunctions. So, by following the proper standards like the EPAS, so the technician maintains the quality, reliability, and customer trust in every repair. So we have here the basic procedures when replacing defective parts or components. So we have 7. Please read, Ms. Oreta. Thank you. So we have 7 basic procedures when replacing defective parts or components. First is identify the defective components. So let's define the first procedure. So when identifying the defective components, we need to carefully examine the device to locate which part is not functioning properly. So this may involve visual inspection, using a tester or multimeter, or checking for burned, loose, or broken parts. So the next procedure is find an identical or equivalent replacement. Who can read? Yes, Ms. Mariposa. Thank you. In finding an identical or equivalent replacement, we need to confirm which part is the faulty so that we can replace the correct or the equivalent rating sa ating mga components na nagpa. Next is prepare tools and materials. So gathering everything needed before starting the repair. The common tools include the screwdrivers, pliers, soldering iron, solder wire, desoldering pump, and safety equipment like gloves or goggles. And fourth is to remove defective components carefully. So we need to first turn off and unplug the device before doing the replacement. So then gently detach the faulty part using appropriate tools for electronic components. This often means soldering the connections without damaging the circuit board. So fifth is to install the new component properly. So position the replacement part in the same orientation and location as the original. So ensure that the leads, the pins or screws fit correctly and are aligned with their proper terminals or holes. Next is solder and secure the connection. So attach the new component firmly by soldering its terminal to the circuit. So make sure the solder joins are clean, shiny, and properly banded, that no false solder or loose connections. If screws or clips are used, tighten them securely. And the last procedure is test the device to ensure it works. So we need to test the device after replacing it. We need to make sure that it is the equivalent rated components na ato i-replace if gagana ba siya or hindi. So the importance of correct replacement. We have 5. So first is to ensure the proper functioning of the device, prevents further damage, maintains user safety, extend the device lifespan, and also it saves the time and money. So do you have any questions, class? So if you can, I hope you are ready to our test. So I have been prepared for you a test for you um, to recall your learnings about our discussion for today. Sorry, but again, we have an activity pala. So this activity called Identify Me. So I will divide it into two groups. Same group earlier. All you have to do is identify and replace the depicted parts or the components in a simple statement. So make sure to follow the proper safety and soldering procedures while working. And you also graded based on these metrics. So are you all done, class? Very good. So you may now present your work. Group 1, please proceed. Thank you. Group 2. Thank you. So I'm glad that everyone participate and perform well. So before anything else, I have been prepared a few questions for you to resolve what is your so here's the first question. So what can you say about the importance of using the same equivalent placement components in placing defective parts? Yes, Ms. Christel? Thank you. So the next question is, what will happen if you use the wrong component rating? Yes, Miss Freya. Very good. So if we use the wrong component rating, it can damage the circuit or that circuit cannot perform well. So after doing our activity, how can you make sure your replacement words follows the right standards? Yes, Mr. Mudo. Very good. So I'm glad that everyone listened attentively. So for your assignment, go to your short quiz. I have been prepared for you to answer. So kindly read all the guidance and directions. So you will be having 10 minutes to answer this short quiz. We will start. So I'm glad that everyone is already done answering our short test for today. So let's check your work. So for number 1, the correct answer is letter B. For number 2, the answer is letter B also. And for number 3, B, the component's value or rating. 4th is letter A. And 5th is letter B. So before we end our discussion for today, I have here an assignment prepared for you to answer. So you answer this on a one yellow pad paper. So first question is, explain in your own words why it is important to use the correct or equivalent weighted components to replace a defective part. Second, list 3 examples of the components that can be replaced with equivalent weightings. And lastly, describe the 2 safe precautions to follow when replacing defective components. So thank you and goodbye, class.